Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and I've gone a little crazy with the paint. Alright, so we need to get working on the battleship, and I'll walk you through what we've done other than the crazy paint job. First, we have to get started, so let's go. So, happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you had a fantastic week and are having a terrific day thus far. And, yeah, we went a little crazy with the paint. So, what actually happened is I was doing just some detail work while we're waiting for things to refine down and get some things produced. And figured I'd come back and just, start doing the touch-up work. And, yeah, I accidentally hit shift when I was painting stuff, and well, yeah. So I figured, well, why not? Let's go see what it looks like if we go crazy with it. And yeah, we went a little crazy with it. I think it's a little too much. I think that if we did this with different colors, it wouldn't be bad. But I do like the texture. I mean, that it adds something to a lot of the blocks, actually. Like the amount of detail that it adds, I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, I do think that this is just a bit much. But we do now have about half of this station outfitted. Come out here. And this is what it was originally going to look like. With, just a little bit of the stuff in here for detail to break up the monotony of the white, but yeah. Is what it is. So we now have I guess you say the cafe and rest area up here. So for the visitors, they'll be able to come through, take a look, see their ships being built. I'm almost out of oxygen. That would be a bad thing. Yeah. So I haven't really done anything over in that end other than the retexture on the furniture. All right. The other thing that we have is with these doors closed, everything from that hub to the top of the spire holds atmosphere now. Now, I haven't turned the vents on to be able to actually use that, but it does hold an atmosphere. All right, let's get in here really quick. As you can hear, the refineries are refining. So, since we were together on Wednesday, which was recorded on Tuesday, I've been working on this save. What's sad is I haven't really made a whole lot of progress in the way of let's just get this stuff out of our inventory right this second. Outside of the way of the actual development of like building. What I have done, there we go, is we have got the vehicles parked, which, we showed you last time. Raven has been broken down. We did go ahead and recycle that for parts. And those parts are basically going to be used in this thing. Now, we did get some of we got all of the stuff that was placed welded up. Went ahead and placed a shield table, the controller table, a vent and gravity generator. Turn on the light so you can see. But what we haven't done, and I went ahead and did some of the basic piping stuff, which I think we talked about last time about how I was going to wire all that stuff together. And then we have the batteries as well. Pardon me, hiccups. Now, since we are joined by merge block, we could do this with a connector as well, but because we are connected, those batteries are charging. And what are you missing? You are actually missing power cells. It's one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. What is that? 48, 56, and another 40. So we'll just say an even 100. So we're gonna say. No, that's 1,000. There you go. Alright, I want to check the secondary. So you are still producing those things. Get the shields online first, please. Thank you. So a couple of things happened. One, we recovered, the Raven like we were talking about. Fly us over here. But I picked up a new ship. So this little beast, because what happened was I basically was out looking for gold, which I found, and not a insignificant amount of it. I think in total I brought back about 300k of it in ore, which I think is still processing. But while we were out, I found one of these. I found this guy, and it was completely undamaged. There was nothing wrong with this thing. So I was kind of surprised by that, but it's got 2 ore detectors on it, which is rather annoying. But yeah, it's a little basically just a little, I don't want to say scout ship. It's kind of just a, I guess you could say shuttle of all things. It's it's just a small courier ship. Got lots of acceleration and very little braking. So what I think we're going to do is I think we're going to use this when we go to attack the War Master or the War Boss, which has despawned again. Okay. But yeah, I think we're going to use this ship. So it's a nice little build, actually. It's even got gravity on it. Now it does have some small reactors, which I pulled half of the uranium out of. In fact, I need to power the ship on so that I can get the rest of this. Okay, so we've got 4 reactors. So that's going to be 188 or 144. You're going to be 144. And then you are going to be 72. And you are also going to be 72. Now, here's the reason why I'm doing that. I don't want to waste all that uranium, because what we're going to end up using this thing for is basically a decoy ship. Let's see, I should be able to get into those reactors there. Thank you. And there. All right. There we go. A little bit more uranium for the uranium gods, right? So one of the things that we have been doing is, since we did get the gold, is we've been making lots and lots of parts. As you saw, we still need 67-ish K of the superconductors, which means I'm still going to have to go get a crap ton more gold, most likely. But we have more than enough for right now, and that's what's important. We can at least get our stuff built. We're going to go ahead and duck in here really fast. We're going to drop off the rest of this. And we're going to put you there. Okay. Just going to grab all this out of here. since everything is tied back in. And you are still mostly full. Alright, so let's go ahead and drop all that stuff off right now. Now this beast. Alright, so what I'm envisioning here is that we're going to end up putting a pilot seat in and probably put it right here, which will allow us to have enough room to get into and out of it. Now, actually, while we're here, we're going to go with that. There you go. So yeah, Bob will get to it when he gets to it. There he goes. So yeah, basically what we're going to end up with is that, and then I'm going to put a bunch of LCDs around it, and we're going to have a programmable block and maybe a timing block. I may put a timer in. For now though, let's go ahead and let's get rid of this stuff. We're going to have our little programmable block there. And like I said, we're going to end up having a bunch of LCDs set up with different displays so that we'll have all of the information that we need without having to go to submenus. Now the idea is that this ship is going to have a shield. It's going to have a pretty beefy one if I have my way with it. What I'm hoping for is that the ship will survive a pass or two on the war boss. Now, in order to facilitate that, we're going to do a couple of things. So once we have the ship itself done, I'm going to put, whether anyone who's familiar with like the Star Wars movies, I'm going to put basically like the TIE bomber style wings on it. So this ship is actually going to be a central piece. There will be a portion that sticks out just a wee bit, because you know how we have this space here? What I'm thinking is that we'll actually extend it out one on either side, or we may leave it like that actually. And I could always do like a half block. Yeah, we could do half blocks. Maybe we'll do half blocks. But anyway, we're gonna do something in order to basically give this thing a little bit of spaced armor. Part of that is going to be we're going to have decoys mounted forward and aft, which will be hopefully what draws the initial salvos, and those will be embedded in the shield wings. So the idea is that we're trying to make this thing as survivable as possible. Now on the bottom, we're actually going to have a couple of things. One, the ship is going to be a little bit longer when it's done. There's going to be another section back here, but it's going to be a small section, and I will show you when we get a little bit closer to building it. But for now, what we're looking at is basically just closing this stuff in. I will probably add a couple of conveyors over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually set most of these guns to be anti-missile defense. And that's all they're going to target is missiles. And what we're going to do from there is that the second half of the guns will be set to missile defense, but then will also be set to attack large grids, small grids, and stations. And that's so that basically the guns up front are only shooting at missiles. The guns at the back will be shooting at missiles until we get within range, and when we get it within range, they will start attacking the base as well. And we're going to have quite a few of them. We're going to end up with, I'm thinking 5 or 6 on top as well as bottom. We're actually probably going to end up with more than that. And then like 1 missile turret on both top and bottom. And that's just to give us a little bit of extra firepower, because the front end of this thing is going to take a beating. We already know that. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion. We'll deal with it when we have to worry about it. But like I said, the idea is that hopefully we'll be able to defend ourselves. And then what we'll do is on the side here, I'm thinking we're going to mount a couple of more cannons that are just missile defense. So any missiles that are coming in will get shot, hopefully get shot down. But we'll see how that actually works when we get there. All right. So I think that is basically the stuff that we haven't really talked about until now. Let's get you out of there. We're going to add you down here. And we're going to add you over here. Okay. And now we want those and those. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say, okay, that looks... Okay, that looks pretty cool. Once we get the ship separated, I think we're going to be repainting it. Okay, so what do you look like if we go gold? Oh, that's kind of nice. That right there might be what we paint this thing. That wouldn't be bad. But I'm kind of digging that. All right, let's grab a color that we won't feel bad about messing with. Okay, so the value impacts that. Saturation is the actual coloring. Oh, that is going to be... Yes, I think that has to be a thing. I think very much that has to be a thing. Okay. Yeah, we'll play around with the coloring. I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. So we're going to do that. We're going to go back to our Sci-Fi armor, just so that we can keep it all consistent for right now. And what I'm thinking here is we go 1 here, there, and there. And we're going to do the same on this side. And how many blocks is that? That's not going to be enough blocks. It needs to be up just... Whoa, hello. Needs to be up one. Alright. Alright, and you are going to be over there. And then you will bring that way, there to there. And I may bring this up 1. Because what I was thinking was if we do that, then we can put 2 on the side here. We'll have 2 on this side. I have 2 on the bottom. And in theory, I should be able to put 1 here and here. Actually, it'll come up 1. But, yeah. Alright. So we would end up with something like this. So have one there. Do one of those there. And then we'll rework this front part so that all of these conveyors are actually behind armor blocks, just to give us a little bit of armor on it. Actually, that's before.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
That's why before we get too far ahead of ourselves. I hope Bob grabbed those. Those are really expensive parts. Alright. Okay, so that gets us most of that. Let's grab a little bit of power. Yeah, I'm really liking that. That came out pretty nice. Okay. So that gets us some of the basic stuff. Oh. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that. And we're gonna grab those and those. Alright, so I don't want those, I do want these. Alright, so we're gonna do here. And like I said, this is all going to be closed in so that we can pressurize the interior of the ship. So you want there to there, you go from here to here. And you cut in one there, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so now I want to see which one of these looks better, this one or that one. I think the round ones are going to look better for this use. And then for this one, we are going with you guys. Ah. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys go like so, and you are going to be there. And then what we'll do for this side is we will go one there and One there, yeah. Sure, sure, okay. That's going to get us to that point. Now, I'll probably come back and resculpt this a little bit for a couple of different reasons. One being I don't want these to be necessarily what we have right here. But we'll see how this all actually works out when we're done with it. Alright, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, don't worry, War Boss. We're coming for you. We'll come get you in a minute. Right. So we've got those, and then down here we're going to basically do the same thing. Where we're going to say... like so. And then this one we're actually going to bump these out a little bit. Can go there. All right, and we'll change those blocks up shortly. There we go. That closes all that in. And the only thing we're missing now are the retro thrusters. Let's see, you're going to be there. The question is, are we going to be able... So you're going to go here. Looks like we had some shield recalibration. All right. Yes, the only thing we're missing is we're still missing the verticals on this side. Like I said, I want a layer of armor on here. So we're going to end up with 4 of you guys here, huh? So you guys are going to one. I can't put that there because it'll be in the way of the turret. Oh no, actually, no. The turret will still block it because the collision on turrets is still weird. I mean, I guess I could still end up having this be recessed a little bit. Wrong block. Alright, let's try that again. Alright. So we're going to end up with basically a layer like this. Alright. So yeah, we're going to basically end up with a rather thick layer of armor on this side of the ship. I will probably do something similar on the top layer here, which will, if I do this correctly, should allow me to close everything off. So if we go with just what we have right now, I'm curious to see if we can get this thing. I'm knowing we're not going to be able to seal it because of that. I would have to actually close in that, which we could do. No, because I wouldn't have the vent, then I'd have to run the vent through. Of course, I could always put the vent here.
Energy low.
That might work, actually. If we move the vent from there up to there, then we can do big window here, big window here. Actually, how many is that? 9? 1, 2. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I could actually do the 3x3s. And everything would be behind the windows. And that would let me seal off that portion. So we'd go something like that. And then that actually makes this the other thing that I want to do a little bit easier. And more difficult all at the same time. Alright, so here's this right now. So I want I need girders.
Critical.
Yes, yes. It's fine. We've got a little bit of time. That works. I only need 3. Because I don't actually need to get in there. Oh, actually. get our power back up here. Alright, so what we're going to end up doing is I'm going to take this thing out for a little spin once we get the thrusters online. See how she handles, how fast she burns through power, etc., etc. We're going to put a connection port on here somewhere. I haven't decided where yet. Maybe on the back. And we still have that surprise I was talking about. So the reason why I'm trying to make this ship as durable as possible, besides the fact of having the ship be as durable as possible, I want to have the ship be able to deliver an explosive payload. What we're going to do is we're going to build basically a framed-in warhead system that uses landing gear to attach it to the war boss. So what I want to do is basically be able to punch a hole through the defenses of the war boss on one side, then be able to get in close enough to basically plant mines on it, and then have it have, say, like a, I don't know, like a 30-second countdown timer or something. So, you know, worst case, we basically fly by, detach the thing, you know, like flip around, detach it, let it go, and then fly out. So it will have a battery, it will have a landing gear, and then it's going to have at least one, possibly two warheads on it. So we'll see how this works. Which is why I was talking about trying to maybe put a timing block in, because if I use a timing block, I can have the timer go, it do basically everything for me, and start the countdown timer on the warhead. Right, and then what we're talking about having here is do something like that. If we do that, are we going to have enough room? No. That thruster cuts into the space there. All right. Come here, Bob. We got a job for you. Take that apart, please. If you would be so kind. Alright, so if we do it with this, do we have the room that we need? Let's do that really quick. Do not. Oh, wrong button. And then on this side, we do the same thing. Where you go like so. And then the question is are we going to be able to put that in? Alright, looks like it's going to be okay. Guess we'll find out. Missing metal grids. That figures. That's fine. We're not overly worried about it. Alright. And then what this allows us to do here is we just basically close this off. And that'll come over. Like so. Like so. And something like that. And I think what we'll do here, we'll do that instead. Really? There. So we end up with something a little bit more like that. And so you guys actually be say to there maybe. To there. Like I said, we don't want this thing to really have any open areas. Let's go. We'll figure those. We'll figure out the actual detailing in a little bit. I'm not too stressed about it right this second. But we do want to make sure we can get much of this piped in as possible. And I'm thinking we're going to go let's go like this with it. And then on the interior piece, basically just trying to give ourselves a little bit more survivability. You're going to go there. And do that. All right. A few more of these in here. Let's see, how did we... So it's one block there with the... Alright. Okay, so that's the center line. 1, 2, drop down. 1, 2, drop down.
Inventory full.
Alright, let's check this here. You went that way. Yes, yes, okay. And then we'll reinforce that from the inside.
Inventory full.
Oh, hello. Let's fix that really quick. Oh. So if we do that and that... Oh, what about the Airtight, actually? I'm kind of curious. Alright. We can do without the doors, or without the turrets for it now.
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh, looks like the shield took a hit. Cannons everywhere. All right. That was fun. All right. And so now that we have that, we're just going to throw this one here really quick. This is just a sanity check to see if it actually will pressurize. Alright, so I'm wondering, I'm betting these guys are not airtight. Alright, so if we do that. I mean, I guess I could do. Take you out really quick.
Full.
And yeah. Oofta. So if we do that, take you down. And then we do that. And so we're going to go something along these lines. And this is basically the space we're going to end up with. Now, I may close this in a little bit more. Which wouldn't really be a terrible idea. So you see that there, you see that there. Hey, look at that. It pressurizes. Okay. So what I'm thinking here is we may do something like this. And so when we're sitting in the seat, if we're in first person, we'll have some different system displays there. And then we'll have some things off to either side here that we'll be able to see as well. Basically, I want to be able to see what weapons are loaded, how much ammo I have left, if we're processing anything. Oh, I still need to put the projector and bobs in, don't I? So if we cut... I may need to move the seat up one. So basically what I'm talking about doing is having like two or four bobs. I'm not sure how many yet. Probably 4 on board, like right here, have them piped in. And basically have a projector back there set up so that we can keep the ship repaired. So what we'll do is we'll disconnect it from the base, make a blueprint of it, set up a projector for repair work, and basically have it turned and just turn it on. And we'll have like, say, 3 or 4 bobs on here, and their entire purpose in life is to keep the ship repaired. We put them on walks only so that they don't go out and, you know, take the opponents apart. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead. We're going to move you up 1. Ahead and get 1 there, 1 there. And this is why I wanted to have enough room in the compartment here, the cab. Just to make sure we would be able to get in and around this thing. Alright. And then if we want to be really funny. Yeah? There we go. So I don't know if I'll keep that one. Maybe. I'd still be able to see. Alright. Are we able to put a... Guess we could take the bobs out. 1 light there, 1 light there. Okay. Attack craft. Cabin light. And let's go 9. How about 10.5? 10.5 is good. Bring those down to that. Oh, yes. That's what we're talking about. Look at that. How does that go for setting the attack craft mood? Alright. Alright, so let's set you to depressurize. We're going to open up all of these. And I think that is going to do it for us for today. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I had a lot of fun hanging out with you and getting some stuff done today. We are so much more closer to being done with this build. And when we come back next time, I will go ahead. We'll finish off the initial armor pass. We'll get the turrets in, get everything welded up, and when we come back on Monday, we'll do we'll plan for an attack run. See if we can get the boss to spawn. Yeah. All right, I think that's going to do it for us. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw those down in the comment section below the video. I do appreciate the feedback and the dialogue that we have with each other. It's always a lot of fun hearing what you have on your mind, and at the same time being able to explain things if you felt that something needed a little bit more detail. So on that note, I am going to get out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the weekend. And we'll see you back here on Monday for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. You know, the more I look at it, the more I'm liking the way this looks, actually. We may need to do that. Oh.